free women's fasting calendar. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I have a very interesting topic for you guys today. I am going to be talking all about sex drive and sex health and how you can achieve and have a better sex drive and a better sex health with using the peptide PT-141. So, if you're interested in having a healthier sex life and a better sex drive, keep listening because I am here for a very little intimate conversation and unpacking so much information about this peptide. So let's get into this. Now, here is what I'm going to say is that I want to start off by saying, yes, I have used this peptide. I have experimented with this peptide, and I will share with you guys my experience with this peptide. But let's kind of go in and break down what exactly is the peptide PT-141. Well, it is known for its ability to enhance sexual arousal and help treat sexual dysfunction, especially erectile dysfunction in men. But this peptide is also super beneficial for the ladies, which is why I had to try it for myself. I have recommended it so much to my clients that I coach, and it has been so beneficial for a lot of women. So I wanted to share those details with you guys, and let's break everything down. So, how a PT-141 works is that it is going to be working directly with the center neurosystem. So this is going to help simulate your receptors to the brain to help you with sexual arousal and sexual desire. And this is going to make a huge difference because I also want to share with you guys this is not it's a non-hormonal option. So if you are somebody who wants an option that's non-hormonal, PT-141 is going to be a great option for you. But if you're somebody like me who is hormonally optimized and you take bioidentical hormones, this peptide is absolutely completely fine to take along with your hormones. Just to kind of give a little background, a lot of times when women have low libidos, it's usually one of the issues it's causing from low testosterone. So, testosterone can help boost your libido, but it's also something that not everybody wants to go down that route. And if you are curious on not going down that route, but you want something to help boost your libido, this can definitely help. But this also can still help for people that are on hormones and still need that little bit of boost with their libido. So, some of the great benefits that women are going to find with this is how to know if you are somebody who needs this, if you're a woman. And let's just say this is like really important. I want to break this down is that this is something that I have seen with working with women is that sexual drive lowers as we age, and this is super common. But what's also very important is that we look at all aspects of your sexual health in your life. What is your relationship with yourself? What is your relationship with your partner? If you have a partner, and if you don't have a partner and you still want to experience sexual arousal, like there's nothing wrong with that. It's so healthy to experience a good sex drive and to get that release. And for women, that release of sexual satisfaction is so important because that is how sometimes women are able to actually release a lot of tension out of their bodies because as women we tend to store a lot of tension into our body. And for some women, when they experience orgasm, that is one of the only ways they're able to actually release some of that tension in their body. So it is really important. So this isn't just designed just for somebody if you're trying to spice things up with your partner. It's great for that. But if you also need to reconnect and also deepen that relationship with yourself, this is also really good. So it's really important to look at your life. What is your, you know, relationship with yourself? Are you comfortable in your own body? Are you comfortable with your partner? Do you like your partner? So many women struggle with not feeling sexually aroused, but they're realizing it's sometimes because of the relationship that they have with their partner. So don't think of this again like peptides are not a magical potion that's going to help you, fix everything. There's a lot of internal work you have to do as well. But now that I got that covered, um, let's kind of go back to focusing on what PT-141 is going to do and how is it so helpful for you. So, this is going to be really great. Some of the benefits that you're going to see is that it's also going to it's going to help with blood circulation. So, the more blood you have circulating, it's going to help with stimulation. It's going to help you arousal. It's going to help you get into the mood, especially you might need it and not even realize it. It's also going to work very quickly. So this is great, ladies. Like this is going to work very quickly. I mean, in the matter of like 60 to like 90 minutes, if not sooner, it actually can work and you'll start feeling the effects setting in very quickly. And, everybody's different. For me, when I use this peptide, like it does not take me a full 30 minutes to get me arousal and in the mood. But I mean, I am younger. I do bioidentical hormones. Like there's a lot of things. I have a very healthy relationship with my partner and with myself. So this isn't really something that like I struggle with. I've used this honestly more for experimental purposes just to see how it affected and how it affected my life differently. And you definitely do feel the effects kick in pretty quick with this. The other great thing is that it's just going to help also too, like because it's going to help with sexual stimulation and arousal, it's also just going to help you be more relaxed in that moment of intimacy. So I know for a lot of women, like getting over worried and over analyzing is such a big factor, especially when it comes to intimacy. It helps your mind kind of quiet that fear and those thoughts down. And that way, too, you're able to mentally relax so that you can enjoy, um, you know, the benefits of intimacy. So, one of the great things is that it's also going to help with your hormones. So it's going, when we get sexual arousal, it's going to help with producing oxytocin, which is then going to help reduce the stress out of your life. Again, this goes back to what I said. Like a lot of women, we, you know, tend to hold everything in. And then when you finally hit that peak of sexual arousal, you're able to let go and release. By doing that, you're going to be able to feel less stress. You're going to have less stress in the body. Therefore, your immune system is going to be functioning. You're going to get better sleep quality. And then you're also, huge benefit here, guys, is that by inducing your oxytocin, it's also going to help your estrogen levels. And estrogen levels and is so crucial and so important because it is going to help with your heart, it's going to help with your bone density, and it's going to help with your mood regulation. So this is good. We want estrogen in the body. Estrogen is going to help protect you and it's going to be good for you. So that is, some of the benefits that you're going to get with it. Some of the other benefits that you're going to get, it's going to help with your cardiovascular health. So it's going to help with circulating. Now, don't get me wrong. Sex is not considered exercise. It is the nice bonus factor that you also, get cardiovascular health while you're having sexual activities, but it does not it doesn't replace your cardio. I mean, maybe for some people it does replace their cardio, but chances are you're probably not needing this peptide then. But by enhancing your cardiovascular health, you actually lower the risk of heart diseases and strokes. So that is super beneficial. It's also going to help with your immune system. So because sex can increase your IgA production, that's going to help protect your body against cold and infections from happening. So that is also very beneficial. The other thing that is also going to help is going to help with your mental health and overall well-being. Again, you're reducing the stress in your body. You're having a really great release of body stress. That's going to help you mentally be able to function, have, overall better mental health. Like when you hit that, you know, sexual intimacy climax, I mean, who's mad after that? I don't know many people that are angry after that happens. So again, the more that you're incorporating a healthier sex drive and a healthier sex life, that is just going to help your overall mental health. It's also going to help with your sleep. And better sleep, you're going to have a better longevity of living. So by doing this, it's going to help with promoting deeper sleep. And when you have deeper sleep, it's going to help with your prolactin release, which is going to help with your cognitive function, which that is going to help reduce chronic diseases from happening. So that's a huge benefit. And with that, like all of those things that I just mentioned and talked about, that is just going to help you with longevity of living. So, I mean, there are so many studies out there that have shown that like regular sexual activities is going to help with, you know, lower your risk of, these chronic diseases to happen. So, that is really beneficial. So my experience with this peptide was um, very satisfying. It definitely does help get you into the arousal phase very quickly. It helps with blood circulation, and for me, it did help with. I notice more natural lubrication when I use this peptide. Now, that being said, I am somebody like I've mentioned, I'm on bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. I take progesterone and testosterone that is going to help me at like a really good optimal level for myself. But that being said, like I do all those things. I eat a very clean, healthy diet. I did notice that PT-141 did help with natural lubrication for myself when I've used this peptide. So that is a super great benefit. And that is something, especially if you're a woman and you're in that, perimenopause and menopausal phase, and even after menopause, like, natural lubrication is something that just gets, it goes down as women age and as we lose our hormones. So this is going to be a really great thing to try if you are struggling with making your own natural lubrication. So that would be my suggestion. Now, when I have taken this peptide, um, what I like to take is I like to take 500 micrograms subcutaneously, meaning that I am injecting this peptide with an insulin needle into my belly fat. And that has been a really great optimal dosing amount for myself. Another peptide you can combine with this is really great is the peptide oxytocin. And I'm going to make an oxytocin video very soon. But these are two really good peptides that you can pair well together. I will give you just a little piece of advice with this with oxytocin. I would suggest taking this peptide fasted, meaning that if you are planning on using these peptides, and especially if you're going to use them together or separately, I really would take them fasted where you're not having any food in your digestive system while taking this. Now, I have learned the hard way of taking oxytocin with food. Um, and it was not a fun time. So I'll talk more about that in my oxytocin video. But let's just say if you want to pair PT PT-141 with another peptide, oxytocin, is a great one. Just make sure you're taking fasted. So I would say just make sure you're taking it on a day that you're fasting. You're not consuming calories, just to help ease your digestive system. But with PT-141, you're not going to notice it as much. If you are taking that by itself, you don't have to worry so much about taking it fasted. However, I just feel like anytime you do take peptides, I do think taking them like within like, waiting 90 minutes to eat prior to taking them and waiting at least 90 minutes after eating to take them. But especially if you are using PT-141 for sexual function and to help increase your sex life and sexual arousal, like, I mean, typically, like, most people don't want a full tummy and then try to be sexual aroused. Like, maybe they do, but for me, that's a no-go. I don't want to feel like bloated and full, and that personally just doesn't get me in the mood. But everybody's different. That's just me. Nothing wrong with it, but I just would suggest taking it more fasted than with calorie consumption. Now, how often can you take this peptide? So, this peptide, you can take this as needed. I would say like don't take it more than like maybe 3 times a week, just because you can build a tolerance to it. Like we all always talk about how like it's so important to make sure you're cycling off and on peptides and doing cycling so you don't build a tolerance to them. So with PT-141, it's not one that you have to worry about, really doing heavy cycling. You take it for 8 weeks on and cycle off of it for 8 weeks. You want to use this peptide more so as needed, but, don't accelerate and use it more than 3 times a week just because, I mean, you can, but you might just notice that the effects just aren't effective anymore. And then you want to adjust your dosing amount and you might have to go up on your dosing amount. Um, but I would say to the timing to use this peptide, I would take this peptide at least 30 minutes or even up to 2 hours before you are planning on intimacy. Just that way, just to see, it might take your body longer to have a reaction than not. For me, I notice a reaction, my body reacting to it within like the first like 15 minutes. But typically, we say take it 30 minutes, even up to 2 hours before. So I would definitely say just, experiment, see what works well for you, and see how your body responds to it. So, there you have it, guys. That was our nice little intimate talk on having a healthier sex life and how PT-141 can help you have a healthier sex drive, and it can help enhance your sex life. So if this is something that you have been interested in trying, especially for the ladies, because I do feel like this peptide gets more talked about in the male community, I definitely think this is definitely a peptide you should definitely try. Definitely try it with your partner. It's super, I think it has a great effects if both of you are using it. Also, too, if you don't have a partner, totally use this peptide on your own to connect to your body, with yourself and connect, more on an intimate level with yourself because, you know, that's another thing too that I see women struggle with so much is that some women don't know what they like. Some women can't communicate what they like and what they want their partner to do to them. So, whether you have a partner or don't have a partner, but it's also very healthy to explore sexual arousal with yourself and figure out what works for you sexually. Even if that means that you are alone, it is healthy to explore your sexual desires and needs by yourself. But also, really great peptide to try with your partner. So, with that being said, this was a very little intimate topic, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have tried PT-141 and are brave enough to share your experiences with the comments, like please share them on there because especially women, when it comes to this subject, talking about sex, healthy sex life, and whatnot. I feel like a lot of women are very shy. They don't like talking about it. They're very scared to. Like, please share your experience, because I think that is something as women that we do need to kind of embrace and empower each other more. Just because, even if it's some things that you're having struggles with in your your sexual health, like it's really important to talk about it, because you might feel alone and realize that you're not alone. So, yeah, love to hear your guys' thoughts, experiences in the comments. And if you're brave enough to share them, they are always greatly appreciated. And I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support that I have gotten from you. It's been amazing being able to grow this channel, and it just keeps me motivated to keep making more videos for you guys to share my knowledge of peptides, hormone optimization, and fat loss, muscle building, and all the things to cover the longevity of living. So I cannot thank you guys enough, and I am sending all of you guys my love. And if you want to connect with me, you can do so, as I had mentioned at the end of every video. In the description below, there is my Linktree account. You can get in touch with me there. I have on there how you can book a consultation call, a peptide plan, or you can email me directly on my website. I also have my Instagram linked in there, but I don't always respond to my DMs, just because um, it's getting a little hard, and I try to respond to everybody. But if you are really interested in wanting to work and connect with me more, I do suggest booking a consultation call. And as always, you guys can find in there where I buy all my peptides from, especially PT-141. Um, though that is linked in there, along with my discount codes and the companies that I like to buy my peptides from. And then, as always, the women's peptide cheat sheet is in there too. So if you guys are wanting the women's peptide cheat sheet, go onto that Linktree account, click the women's peptide sheet, fill it out, and it will get emailed to you. And the download, you can download it. Don't forget to check your spam box, because I do get asked sometimes very randomly for that. So don't forget to check your spam box. Don't forget to check out my women's peptide course. And yeah, I think that covers all the admin stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope this video encourages you to explore your sex life and explore healthy ways that having a healthier sex life can help you. So, with that being said, I hope you guys are doing amazing, and I will chat with you guys soon.